can start. There you go. Hey guys, I got my load. Actually pretty thrilled. It's fairly early yet. There are so many trucks out here. Anyway, hey Chris. Okay, so I don't know if this happens to you. It's happening here during peak season. I have my paperwork. However, they did not tell me what dock it's in. So they're supposed to write the dock number on the paperwork, and somehow things are getting screwed up. They're putting the wrong trailers on paperwork, the wrong seals, wrong dock numbers. So we are going hunting right now and looking to see where our trailer is. 4100. Ah, look at that! The first one I checked. Oh my god, are you serious? This is crazy. Okay. That's the right trailer number. But according to the dock light's still on. And if we still have a red light, whenever you have a red light, you're not supposed to back under it here. It's the shipper's policy. So, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna back up just, I'm not gonna back under it all the way. I'm just gonna go most of the way up to it, and then we'll have to wait and stage for them to turn that dock light off. Because they have a policy here that states if you back under a trailer that has a red light, dock light on, then they will kick you off the property, and they almost did one time. So I do not want to get kicked off the property tonight. That is freaking luck, isn't it? That's like really, really good luck. Oh my god, I hate this. Look at this. I'm just sitting in a shadow. I hate that. I'll wait till there's better lighting. Oh Lord, 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 Lord. It is peak season. There are trucks everywhere in here. And everybody, ah! I am dropping all of my stuff. Anyway, yeah, other than the dock light thing, I almost thought I was getting lucky there for a second. Oh crap, that sucks. It's always something out here, isn't it? If they don't write a dock number, it's the seal. If it's not the seal, it's the wrong trailer. If it's not the wrong trailer, you know, it's like tonight. They didn't write the dock number. So here we are looking around for the dock number. First trailer I check is the right trailer. But the red light's on. So now we're gonna have to sit. Or mechanical issues, yeah. Actually, our situation right now might be a combination between the two, mechanical issues and because you got mechanical issues with your truck and equipment, which always happens. And then like with these dock lights, many times the dock lights are broke, so, or the dock switch is broke to where even though the trailer's released and they want you to take the load, they fail to tell the driver, oh, well, you're allowed to take it. Don't you know that that dock's broke? It's gonna show a red light, but it's really safe to pull from that dock. You should know that. How the hell are we supposed to know that? And even if we're supposed to know that, rules are rules. The moment we back under a dock and we assume, oh, it's one of the broken ones, then they're gonna come out, say something, and, you know, kick us off the property because we broke the rules. So it's like, dude, if you want me to pull a trailer from a dock that you have a broken light, then you either need to put a giant sign out here, or put a note on the paperwork, or, you know, escort me out and say, hey, that one's okay to pull from. Yeah, see, it's still red. And the funny thing is, they called me about this trailer like, what, 15 minutes ago now? So the paperwork, they only call me after the paperwork arrives at dispatch. So the fact that they called me like 15 minutes ago means the paperwork's been sitting there. This load has been done for, you know, who knows how long. From the people I talk to inside, like logistics people, there's usually about a 30-minute delay after they're done loading. Like, they're done loading the trailer, they close the dock, set the light to green. There's usually a 30-minute delay before the paperwork shows up. Once the paperwork's shown up, that load's already been done for like 30 minutes. What the hell's wrong with it? Oh my god. I'm getting pissed off with this stuff. My live stream keeps disconnecting. My camera keeps falling down. I am not having very good luck tonight so far. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god, I think my camera mount just broke. Look at this. The camera mount is all off kilter. It's stuck to the window, but this bottom part of the camera mount keeps falling off. Oh my god, what are you doing? What is this guy doing? Look at these trucks! They are like zigzagging all over the place. This is ridiculous. Yeah, this is the most reliable camera mount I've had so far, but still they seem to break after about 2 months of use. They'll just break. So that's the big problem I've had with camera mounts. Is I have tried and tried and tried. I've bought expensive camera mounts, cheap camera mounts. They're all the same. Like, most of the camera mounts break on a monthly basis. Like, they usually don't last very long. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm really not sure what to do about this camera mount situation. Because like I said, it's been the same thing for the last year. I will buy all kinds of different brands, ones that promise they're the best, they don't break. I'll tell you how bad it is for my cell phone case. I bought an OtterBox, which has a guarantee, like, not to break, and if it does, they'll replace it. This is the first OtterBox I've had in a while. My old OtterBoxes, I broke the OtterBox 3 different times, like in one summer. And they kept telling me, don't worry, it won't break. This one won't break. It broke. Like, all of my crap keeps breaking. And, you know, I don't know. It needs to be more durable, especially in the semi. And I think, hang on. I'm trying to multitask here, so I'm getting myself frustrated. I think the big deal is that, you know, it's the stuff we go through in truck driving. It's like, you're dropping your phone, you know, it's falling out of the truck, the vibrations, you know, constantly in the truck, period, on these camera mounts. I mean, it's really hard on equipment. You know, we're out in all kinds of weather, so whatever we carry on our person has to be waterproof. Hey, I've been waiting out here quite a while. The dock light's still on. I'm not sure what's going on.
Maybe it's probably forgot to flip the switch.
Okay. Okay, that'll be fine. Yeah, that's cool. Okie dokie. Well, some good news on the trailer dock light. Apparently they forgot to flip the switch. Go figure! They have forgotten to flip the switch. Okay, 111, seal number 0663780. Okie dokie. I think we've got it, minus our logbook being switched to drive. Have you ever tried to put a fridge in your truck, Chris? Because I had a big problem with fridges. Every time I would try to put a refrigerator in the truck, they would last like a month and break. I remember Walmart had this like really durable portable fridge, and I took it in the truck, strapped it down, plugged it into the power inverter, and worked really well for a short time, and then it just pooped out. I went through like 3 my first month or 2. Yeah, like 3 fridges. I kept returning it, taking it back, and then the next one would go out. It's crazy. You know, I didn't even think of that, but how big is that cooler? You know, I never thought about it, but if you think about the size of a refrigerator, like a small mini fridge, versus like if you were able to find, or maybe you have, a big plug-in cooler, that's really the same thing. It's probably about the same size too, honestly. And that may be a little bit easier to negotiate than trying to strap down a fridge. Yeah, we still have our dock light. Those guys went inside to supposedly turn it off, but I'm not sure. Oh. There's our other guy. Probably looking for his trailer too. So I wonder what size, okay, so I wonder if it's a 40 quart. I wonder what size the mini fridges are. Oh, do they? So how many cubic feet then? Like, I'm wondering what size those coolers are in reference to, like, mini fridges. Because that was my issue. Like, hey, yay, we got a green light. Okay, I gotta hook up. Anyway, my issue was I tried to eat healthy over the road, so I'd get salad, salad dressing, you know. I would have all kinds of stuff that I would keep in that fridge. V8 juice, and you know, I would fill up that mini fridge really fast. Yay, we got it. Yeah, but like at the truck stops before, I've seen those little like plug-in coolers. But the ones that I found were like tiny, like they wouldn't even hold a half gallon of milk. Woohoo! We have one very good trailer. Chris says it can fit a case of water and half a gallon of milk and 2 of those pre-made salads from Walmart. No freaking way. That is awesome.
You want me to check it again?
Huh?
Yeah.
Check it? What do you mean? Yay! Customs agents getting our seal. That's one nice thing about this job with our company. We have a guy that double checks our trucks, and if he's not busy at the moment, he'll actually shut the trailer doors for us. He'll seal up the trailer. Actually, a lot of times he'll even hook up and everything. So, yay, we just got the green light and we will be departing. Yay! No, that's freaking awesome. I don't know if I said it. Chris answered back. He said that cooler he's got, the little plug-in DC cooler, that it's like a 40 quart, but he said it'll hold water, half gallon of milk, salads. He's got like a bunch of stuff in it, so that is freaking awesome. That is the way to go. I should have checked into one of those when I was over the road. I would do it now, but as much as they swap me trucks and everything, actually, you know what? That would freaking be cool for, you know, long road trips and stuff too, especially in the car. That actually would be pretty cool because you could actually bring food with you and things like that. Long storm chase ventures, etc., etc. So we are in a convoy. This driver in front of me is our other company driver, and he is headed to Omaha. The a couple ones in front of him was my old dispatcher. He is headed to Omaha, and we will be en route to Omaha. It's too bad we don't have a CB in here. That is awesome. I'm gonna have to look into that. Yay! Line's moving. We have so many trucks headed to Omaha. Like I said, that's 3 trucks that I know of just going out the gate now. That's not counting what was there earlier. They've probably got who knows how many trucks. Thank you. You too. So I'll check my logbook. DOT's liable to be awake since it's, what is it, 10 o'clock? 10:04, so do you float or double clutch? I float. I'm a floater. Chris says that fridge was 115 bucks. That is not bad. But yeah, I'm a floater. I used to double clutch, and hey, I've already got everything filled out. I just need to put it on driveline. Yeah, okay, you know the weird thing? Maybe you know something about this. When I went through truck school, and they had some, like, they had veteran truck drivers and everything else teaching these classes, which was really awesome. That was a good benefit. You know, you didn't have somebody from the college that was just classroom smart. Like, they actually loved it. They did OTR, had lots of years of experience. Okay, so they told me that you want to double clutch all the time, never float gears, because floating gears tears up your transmission, even if you float them correctly, and you're always slipping it into gear on time. And like they said, even if you do it correctly, you're still screwing up your transmission. There's something about the transmission that will cause it to go out if you float gears. Okay, I gotta say, at first, I thought that sounded pretty stupid. I mean, unless you're grinding the hell out of the gears day in and day out, if you're slipping it right into the appropriate gear, how the hell are you ruining your transmission? But nevertheless, they said you have to double clutch, that otherwise you'll destroy your truck. So I get out there, I'm with my trainer and everything else, and all of these people with my company start saying you need to be floating gears. It's a lot easier, it's a lot quicker, it's easier. Get this, okay, the mechanics at Conway, which is who I used to be OTR for, was Conway Truckload out of Joplin, Missouri. And Conway, their mechanics told me that I need to start floating the gears because double clutching's hard on the transmission. I am not kidding you. They told me the exact opposite of the school. And I told them what the school said and what these veteran truckers had said. And they're like, oh, that's bull crap. They said it's much easier on the transmission if you float the gears, as long as you do it, you know, without grinding the hell out of them. So, I don't know, after 6 years of truck driving and being through truck school and talking to numerous mechanics, all the mechanics seem to say float the gears. Otherwise, you're gonna wear out the clutch. So, anyway, I don't know what the truth is. I really don't. It's a mystery. No way! Did you say they stick you in an automatic because you're a trainer? That stinks. See, that's what I thought, you know, because I noticed there for a while, even in my own truck, I was double clutching just because I wanted to do whatever took care of my truck, right? And it got so bad that after, you know, even a few weeks, like after 6 weeks of double clutching, your clutch is squeaking, it's having trouble, like the clutch pedal, it's like, and it seemed like I was destroying the freaking clutch pedal, double clutching all the time. So it seems to be much easier just to float the gears and only use your clutch at like stops, like I just did. Like right there, everything I'm doing right now is floating the gears. Yeah, that's so much smoother. That's gotta be easier on a transmission. was way behind me, and they're obviously speeding because I'm speeding and it's going way faster, and it still wasn't gonna let me over. I'm a big truck. I can run over you. Remember that, zombie car. Oh my gosh, it's getting hot in here. Okay, so this truck, they had me in a different truck, obviously, last night, hence my live stream, or lack thereof. I finally got my truck back tonight. I've got the appropriate truck, and I could not get this thing to heat up for anything earlier. Like, it was so cold. It was fogging over the windows, couldn't get the heat to work right. Then, all of a sudden the heat started working, and it worked too good, and I couldn't get it to cool down, and I couldn't get the AC to work. So I've been going back and forth with this like hot cold thing tonight. It's been crazy. Oh, do you? That's funny.
The man says it's the end of time, and the Mississippi River, she's a gold dry. The interest is up and the stock market's down, and you're only getting mugged if you go downtown.
I think a lot depends on what you're going after. Honestly, that's my observation talking to drivers, having worked for several companies myself, is that a lot depends on your personal preference, you know, on which company you're going to go with or what you want to do. Are you planning to do OTR still?
I love to spit some fiction up in that dude's eyes and shoot him with my old 45. Cause a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. Cause you can't stop a battle and you can't make a run. But with an old boy raised on a shotgun, we think great, we think man, and you ain't into that, you don't give a damn. We're from North California and South Alabama and little towns all around this land.
Okay, I do have some good intel about Prime. So, many years ago, I don't know if you're familiar, many years ago, I'm from central Missouri, so I grew up not too far from Springfield, where Prime is headquartered. Years ago, they had some issues with their lease purchase program. It was basically a ripoff to the drivers. However, I have heard that all of that's changed. I seem to hear positive feedback from the drivers who have done lease purchases in the last like 10 years or so, let's say. So as far as like a lease program, I think Prime would be excellent. I will tell you this, as far as I know, Conway now has a no film policy. I know Hogan Transports has a no film policy, so no YouTube videos allowed. A lot of these companies don't even want you to do YouTube videos, period, even if it doesn't involve while you're driving. However, since Prime is a lease purchase deal, and as I understand it, Allie Knight actually started with Prime and then went over to, what was it, Paul? I forget the name of it. Anyway, a lot of Prime drivers do YouTube videos and they video their driving because Prime really can't touch them since it is more of a lease purchase type of deal. So if you're planning to do YouTube and continue OTR, you know, I would highly look upon Prime. And I know that their driver facility is phenomenal. They've got like a movie theater, they have a beauty salon, of course. I don't know that Chris is up for the beauty salon, but they have like a spa, they have a movie theater, they have all kinds of stuff at their home terminal in Springfield, Missouri. And I don't know, I almost went with Prime. I was so close to getting on with Prime back in the day, but I guess the only reason I didn't was the starting pay was higher with Conway. But since you're already out here, you've got experience as a trainer, you've got some time under your belt, I don't think it would be a problem at all. I think Prime would probably give you a really good deal, honestly.
To the drive, she rushes out to hold him, thankful he's alive. But all the wind and the rain, a strange new perfume blows, and the lightning flashes in her eyes, and he knows that she knows, and the thunder rolls.
I didn't know that. That's cool. You lived in Springfield. So where, okay, remind me, where do you live now? Like, I don't even remember if you're in Missouri. Because we've got, okay, so we have two Chris's on here. One's in Missouri, I think. Anyway, I get so confused where everybody's from. You know what's funny? You're probably well aware of this, but like the central Missouri region looks a lot like Ohio. My family, my mom's side of the family is from Ohio. They were from like Steubenville. Steubenville's a really small town in eastern Ohio, for those that aren't familiar, but yeah, Steubenville. Anyway, but it's kind of funny because I've noticed that it seems like a lot of people who have lived in Ohio like Missouri a lot, and a lot of people in Missouri that moved to Ohio seem to like Ohio. Just a lot of similar looking area. But yeah, I would definitely recommend Prime from what I've heard about them. The only thing is I don't know how fast their trucks are governed, because every truck I come across, they're doing like 55 on the highway. That would drive me freaking nuts. I just can't do the 55 thing. Like right now, we're doing about 73. And that's one thing I really like about my company, is that most of these trucks are governed pretty high. The one I had last night was governed at 85. So, I actually had it up to like 82 passing a semi last night. I usually try not to go that fast, but because it's just dangerous. But I like cruising at like 73, you know, 72, 73 is not bad. Okay, that will not be bad. 65 is doable. Conway, last I knew, was at 64. And I think Hogan's governed at 65. But yeah, I was gonna say, if you're looking to make money, if it's more of an issue on money, I'm not sure what all the pay rates are with Prime. I think they do primarily reefer stuff, don't they? Aren't most of their trucks reefer? I think all of their trailers are reefer trailers, aren't they? But I was gonna say, when you factor in the YouTube side, I'll tell you this right now, especially going with a company like Prime, where you're gonna be able to do all the YouTube videos you want and do whatever you want with your YouTube channel. To have that ability, it's going to like bring in a lot of extra money. Like that could be built up, especially OTR. You've got a lot more things to film than I can on home daily runs. So I don't know. I mean, there could be a huge future in that. There's a lot of YouTubers. I mean, I'll put it this way. I was taking some YouTube training a while back, and the YouTube trainer was saying a mildly successful channel, not even the big ones, like just a mildly successful YouTube channel should be able to bring in about $10,000 a month. That's a mildly successful channel. That's not even the big ones. So, what is going on down there? Oh, looks like a RV or something broke down the middle of the intersection. Anyway, yeah, no, honestly, I think if you work hard at it, I don't think it would take too much to, you know, get a YouTube channel pumping in at, you know, an extra $1,000 a month or something, which would be great extra money, and that could easily be built up to $4,000, $8,000, $10,000 with a little work, you know, especially if you do videos a little more frequent than I do. I do so many other things that, you know, I don't pump out videos as quick as I could, but that's definitely a whole nother aspect to it, because you start counting, you know, an extra $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month coming in from YouTube, then all of a sudden now, you know, you're making a really good income as a truck driver. I don't make near that much. I think last I looked, my estimated revenue, and I'm not supposed to tell people what I make according to YouTube's policies, but honestly, I think the trucking channel's right in the $400 range right now, a month. It's an extra $400 a month or so from that end. And then on Patreon's another thing to think about. You know, once you start getting a really good crowd of people and you got a really good connection with your audience on YouTube, Patreon's a great way to go, because, you know, I make an extra 100 or so a month on Patreon. So you figure my YouTube operation right now is exceeding 500 a month if you count Patreon, all the YouTube channels combined, that sort of thing, you know. So I mean, that's nothing to shake a stick at. An extra 500 a month is great. And we're only talking, between my channels, I've only got about 12,000 people total. Between, like, actually, I take that back. I've got about 13,000 between all of the channels combined. I'm sitting at about 13,000 people and making 500 bucks. You know, I'm considered it, that's a very small channel. 13,000 is not very big. So once you start growing that, like Ali Knight did, you're talking 20, 30, 40,000 people. That's just going to multiply your ad revenue. And the ad rates, another thing to think about on YouTube is ad rates do increase as your stats increase. So as you have a bigger audience, better watch times, you know, your ad rates could double in a month. And, you know, I honestly, if my stats are right, I could get up there to 1,000 a month by next month, just because the ad rates and how it works. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of potential with YouTube and truck driving to really crank in the money for sure. You're welcome. Yeah, thank you. But no, I love YouTube, you know. I mean, right now, you figure, I'm not even working it like I need to. And don't get me wrong, I put a lot of time into it. I do. Especially these live streams, Patreon, and everything else. You know, I'm putting hours a day into this thing. But, you know, I'm pumping out about a video a week right now. And sitting at about, you know, a couple live streams a day on here, and sitting at about 500 a month. That is not bad, you know, to make an extra 500 a month. A lot of people would jump on that, so they just don't know about how simple it is to do. If you just get the stats right and just know what you're doing, it's not all that difficult. That's a lot of people who start YouTube channels, the biggest area of failure is they just don't know the facts. They don't know how YouTube's algorithm works. They don't know the best practices. And when you make those mistakes, YouTube pays out very tiny ad rates. I mean, unless you're satisfying their algorithm, they're not going to pay you very well. But there's very simple things you could do that if you just know to do them, like a thumbnail, you know, things like that. If you just know what little things you can do, then it's not that hard to make some really good money on YouTube. Okay, so with background music. Okay, so here's YouTube's rule. Generally speaking, and there are some exceptions to this, but generally speaking, if you're listening to copywritten music like I am right now, YouTube will not allow you to earn ad commissions based on that based on that video. A lot long time ago, when I started on YouTube years ago, YouTube had a policy that if you played copywritten music in their video, they would ban your video. They would shut your video down and take it off the internet. That's how strict YouTube used to be with copyright. But here's what's so cool about YouTube's copyright policy is now they have technology in place that will credit the copyright holder. So they will still allow your video to play if you have copywritten music. They won't pay you any commissions off of it. They'll just send your ad revenue to the copyright holder. And basically, if you think about it, that's a really fair system. That's kind of how radio works, television, things like that, is a commission gets sent to the copyright holders to credit them for the music, right? There's royalties paid out. So YouTube has this brilliant system in place to where if you want to use copywritten music, you absolutely can. In most cases, there are some rare exceptions. The licensing will not, for a certain song, won't allow it on the internet, so, or on YouTube. But yeah, anyway, they've really straightened that out. So generally speaking, here's what I like to do. Because people recognize certain songs that they like, you know, there's certain songs, copywritten songs that do better for videos. What I'll do is do a mix. You know, every once in a while I'll put out a video that's got copywritten music all over it, knowing that I'll never earn a penny off that video. But my goal isn't to earn money on that video. My goal is simply to capture the audience's attention, for them to go, oh my god, these are freaking awesome trekking videos, and subscribe. And then when they watch my other videos, that's where I earn the money. So it's kind of like a back-end system for earning extra money on YouTube. Is, you know, it makes the content better, so it gets you better subscribers, watch time. You just won't earn direct money on that video. But I will tell you this, there's something called YouTube Audio Library that is available on, it's a YouTube channel, and it has royalty-free music on it, and it's got like 1,000 different songs. It has so many different genres to choose from. So that's what I use usually, is like YouTube Audio Library. But if you're searching for music, here's just a tip on the music aspect. If you're searching for music that you can make money on, you'll want to remember this phrase, Creative Commons. You don't want to type royalty free. Usually when you type royalty free music, it will take you to songs that say they're royalty free, but then when you try to use them, they'll make you try to pay for it. And it's kind of a rip-off. So if you search for music to use for your videos, use the search term Creative Commons Music. And anything that is Creative Commons is allowed to be used on your video, and you can earn money from it. You don't have to give any of the money away. The only thing you do have to do with Creative Commons is credit the author. So if you use a song in your description box, you need to put, you know, music by such and such artist. But Creative Commons is awesome. That is the way to go for YouTubers. And there's all kinds. You can get country, you can get rock, you can get dubstep, basically anything you want for your video. You can search for like Creative Commons rock music, or Creative Commons classical music, or country, and it'll bring you to all kinds of playlists people have. So it really is. It pisses me off too, because there was a few that I used. One video even said no royalties whatsoever, like totally free to use in your videos. YouTube flagged it and said I'm using copyrighted content, and they took my revenue. I had to file a dispute with YouTube and with the copyright holder, and finally I won my case. I finally gave them all the links, the copies of where it said it's royalty free, and finally got it straight. But yeah, if you're not really careful careful, it is a hassle. It is a huge hassle to play that game. So it's a lot easier just to search for Creative Commons. You know, read the video, make sure it legitimately is free to use. But yeah, I've rarely had problems with Creative Commons. By law, anything that says Creative Commons is allowed to be used and earn money on. So, hey Gordon, good morning. I'm glad you joined us. We've been going almost an hour tonight. We've talked about everything. I do not lose my internet signal. We're in that bad spot again. Did you say you lost your video game? So that's why we got you. You lost your video game, so it's like, hey, I'll see a Britney's live. That's okay, you can go trekking with us. We're headed to Omaha. What types of games do you play, Chris? I don't think I've heard of that. I like any type of game that's like, even though I've never played it, I've seen it, like Call of Duty or any type of shooting game. I think it's my cop side, but shooting, truck driving, anything like that, anything that's like more of a reality type of game, I'm like really into. Gonna trade this life for fortune and fame. I'd even cut my hair and change my name, 'cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses, driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. Well, I'll stay skinny 'cause we just won't eat, and we'll hang out in the coolest bars and the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every playboy bunny with a bleached blonde hair, and we'll
sales event.
Oh my god. Okay. I can't catch all of you guys' comments, obviously. I gotta focus on the road, but
Living my life in a slow hill.
I feel you on, okay, first of all, I feel you, Gordon, on the time thing. I used to play Railroad Tycoon, and I would play it for like 13 hours. I would lose track of time. But I was laughing at Chris's 200 plus gig a month comment. I was just telling Jordan the other day, I was like, do you realize how many gigs I use? It's so many gigs. One company told me, we don't have a plan that would... Oh no, DOT's open. This sucks. Look! Oh my god, we just got so lucky. Look, look, look. I was just gonna live stream right through the scale tonight, take you guys with me. Why not? But check that out. That is freaking awesome. Their light just turned red. I haven't got that lucky in a long time.
Sat down and cried today. I can't look at you. I'm lying next to her.
Oh yeah. They must have nabbed somebody. They got a violation or something, I guarantee it, because there's no line.
Everyone knows, but they won't tell. But their half-hearted smiles tell me something just ain't right. I've been waiting on you for a long time, fueling up my heart some cheap wine.
Yeah, we got so lucky with that. Because I guarantee, as late as it is, all the other scales are going to be closed tonight, so it'll be smooth sailing. That's one thing. We do not have a pre-pass with our company yet, so unfortunately, like a lot of OTR drivers, we can't just pre-pass, like, past the whole thing.
I put your picture away. I wonder where you've been. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to him.
About that, Chris, real quick. Okay, you said it costs extra money for the unlimited. Is that unlimited hotspot? Is that serious? Because, and if so, who are you with? Yeah, speaking of what Gordon said, I always used to try to time the scales. This one is really unpredictable. The Platte City scales in Missouri, they don't ever like keep a certain schedule. Typically they're open after 10, but they change it around so much you almost can't predict it. Whereas like on I-70, I can tell you exactly when each scale closes, and with probably about a 95% accuracy. So I used to always try to time it to where I would miss it. Really? Okay, because I'm with Sprint, and I know they have hotspot, but I think Sprint caps your hotspot. Like, even if you pay extra, I think they cap your gigs. and anything past that is like really expensive. So how's your coverage over the road with T-Mobile? Because as I understood it, T-Mobile doesn't have all that many towers. Most of their stuff's in roaming, and they will cap all your data. But if you're using that much data a month out over the road, I may actually consider T-Mobile. Especially, yeah, I mean, because that's the biggest problem I have. Verizon says unlimited now, but once you exceed so many gigs, they will slow down your internet speed. You won't have the 4K. You won't be able to upload stuff. So that's why I'm with Sprint, because Sprint, even though Sprint does kind of cap you on the data, it says unlimited, but Sprint, after you exceed so many gigs, Sprint will idle your internet, but only during peak times. So as long as you're getting on the internet at off times, I have unlimited 4G LTE all month long with Sprint, no matter how much data I use. But it has to be on the off times. So that's why I chose Sprint. Verizon doesn't do that. Verizon, it could be the middle of the night, nobody's using the freaking internet, they're still gonna idle you. And that's what frustrated me about them. Oh, that's awesome. Gordon's got T-Mobile too. Seriously? Are you? That's really helpful because my cell phone payment is like $164 a month. And that's for one phone, no hotspots, no nothing. Like, I'm paying Sprint $164 a month for just one phone and insurance. That's it. So, honestly, oh my God. And then I pay another $35 a month for my Android phone because I'm required to have an Android phone for work because they use an Android app. So, I'm paying about $200 a month right now. Actually, I'm paying right at $200 a month for my cell phone for 2 lines. And they're not even completely, they don't have the hotspot, anything like that. So, wow, if you've got 2 lines and a hotspot for that price, oh my gosh. I may actually consider T-Mobile. That would save like 40 bucks a month and give me hotspot capability. That would be really handy, because honestly, that's why I don't do certain live streams and things, is because depending on where I'm at, I need internet to, you know, like if I'm doing a YouTube training video while I'm waiting to get unloaded, I can't do it in Omaha because there's no Wi-Fi. But if I had hotspot that was unlimited, I could easily do it. Incredible. Do you know, do they have a referral program? Because seriously, if I switch to T-Mobile, I'm gonna have to plug your name. I don't know if they'll give your account credit for it, but I'm gonna have to plug your name seriously, because knowing those facts, like I'll have people tell me, you know, oh, you should check out this company or that company. But that's different than knowing the details. Somebody that uses as many gigs as I do. And you definitely do. There's no doubt about it. We use like the same amount of gigs, or roughly the same. So knowing those little facts could be the big thing that makes me switch companies. Okay, I'll do that, Chris, because I'm seriously thinking about that. Between you and I think Gordon had previously mentioned T-Mobile to me. but I don't think he had all of the little details on the unlimited stuff. But anyway, kudos to both of you, because you guys have pretty well talked me into looking at T-Mobile. So the coverage across the country is really good then with T-Mobile? See, somebody years ago, and I'll admit it was like 6 years ago somebody told me this, so maybe it's changed, but I remember somebody saying T-Mobile's awesome if you stay in the same spot in a big city. Like if you're anywhere within an hour of a big city, then it's great. But once you get an hour away from a big city, then you lose your internet, you lose your service. And I'm like, really? So that was always the downside I heard on T-Mobile, was that, you know, there's no coverage outside a major US city. But if that's not the case, like if you don't have any connectivity issues, for the most part, I mean, I have connectivity issues. Even going to Omaha anymore with Sprint, I keep having no signal, drops, live streams, everything. So if it could do at least as good as Sprint, then I would be thrilled. So, you know, no place is perfect, I'm sure. But if it can do at least as good as Sprint, yeah, I would be sold. That is awesome. Okay, see, you are the person I needed to talk to. Because I had a credit, I trust Gordon. Gordon's trustworthy, you know, when he says, hey, good company. Okay, great. That improves my factor on looking into it. But then when you have somebody that's a current truck driver actually testing it throughout the country and using a lot of data, oh my God, yeah, that puts me over the edge on my decision factor on who to actually look at, for sure. Middle of New Mexico, full 4G signal. Oh my God, seriously. Well, you figure Roswell is in New Mexico. It's pretty desolate in central New Mexico. So, you got 4G out in New Mexico, oh yeah. Yeah, you got a point, Gordon. I've heard that too. Like to fill in the gaps, they use each other's towers. But as I understand it, the other companies charge them a fortune if you use very much data on their towers and you're like, you know, with another company. And that was the issue that I had before. I had a cell phone service. It was a Kansas company, but they guaranteed me unlimited internet all over the country. But then they canceled my line after telling me I have unlimited. I went out as a truck driver, used the internet, and then they told me I was using too much data. I was so pissed. I called that company. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about using too much data? You guys are unlimited. And they're like, well, yeah, I know we said we're unlimited, but we're contracting off of other towers because obviously we're a Kansas company, so we use their towers. So those companies are charging us $600 a month to have you as our customer. And we're losing $500 or $600 a month by having you as a customer. So we're gonna have to cancel your line. I said, you're fine, your print says unlimited. They're like, well, I know it says that, and I know this is an unfortunate situation, but even though it says unlimited, it's not really unlimited. I was so mad. And then, get this, you wanna know a slap in the face? They canceled my line and then charged me an early termination fee of $280 or something. Oh my God, I was through the roof hot. I was like screaming on the phone. I was like, what the hell? it's you guys' problem. And they said, well, you terminated your line. I said, I did not terminate diddly squat. I was gonna keep using your service. They're like, I'm sorry, we had to disconnect your service, so therefore, since it was disconnected early, you owe us the termination fee. I was so mad. Then I switched to Verizon, and within 2 days, Verizon told me, they guaranteed me, they said, you know, I bought like a high data package with Verizon at the time before it was unlimited, and they guaranteed me, they said, you'll go a whole month out there in the semi-truck and you'll never hit your cap. I guarantee you. That's what the store associate said. I made it 2 days out over the road. Warning, you've reached your data cap. 2 days. I was so pissed. I was like way out in Colorado or something. Couldn't get home to switch companies, and they're like, we're terminating your data. I need the data for work. Oh, I was so mad. And they're like, well, I don't know who told you that, but obviously at your rate of usage, we don't have a plan big enough for you. Oh, I was mad. I was like, your sales associate told me I would not hit my limit. Oh, well, they were just mistaken. You know, just trying to sell you a phone. Oh my God. So I've had torturous experiences with cell phone companies. So after that, I checked out Sprint because a friend of mine had recommended them because they're unlimited, no hassle. So when I went to Sprint, I had a wonderful experience. That was my first successful, great experience with a cell phone company, was with Sprint. And after that, overall they've really treated me well. Like if there's a problem, they fix it. So that's why I've stayed with Sprint for so long. It's just because, you know, they actually, when they said unlimited, they meant unlimited, you know. If there was fine print on data idling and all of that, they would point it out and say, okay, our fine print says this, you know, but at least they were upfront with me. No other company did that. So yeah, if T-Mobile's at least as good as Sprint or better, I'm in. Like, I would be sold on that. Especially if you're talking saving $40, $50 a month. That's a good little chunk of change. It really is. Plus, I will tell you this. I had a recent name change. And Sprint is failing to change my name. I keep going in. They keep flagging my account. That's okay. You want to know what's messed up? Okay, Sprint keeps flagging my account for like fraud because I'm going by a different name. Okay, I freaking changed my name. And a lot of it had to do with past threats and things like that. Like I had death threats before, and so anyway. Sprint is not, like, they keep saying, we'll change your name, and they fail to change it, and then they flag me for security alerts because I'm going by a different name. I'm like, what the hell? And because my ID doesn't match what's on their account. I'm like, we have been freaking through this. So now I'm starting to see kind of the early signs of the trouble that I had with other companies, is there's this disconnect, they're not getting it, they're not helping me. So I don't know. I am at a good spot where I may very well switch. Because a new company would be easier. I can show them my ID, show them everything, my social security card, everything's there, and just open up an account, you know. Whereas with Sprint, they're like, well, technically we can't change names on an account. I'm like, how can you not change names on an account? They're like, well, you have to go through corporate, and then corporate messed it up, and it was a nightmare. So yeah, I had another bad experience with AT&T. That was before all that. Gordon says if you're in Roswell, you can get an excellent cell phone signal just bouncing off the UFOs. That is awesome. I am into UFOs, by the way. I think there's something to it. I think the aliens are upon us. Anyway, I better get off here, guys. I've got videos to get uploaded and things to do, so anyhow, it's been a good hour and 20 minutes. I like this. This is a good conversation. So I'll be PMing you, Chris, on the T-Mobile thing, seriously, because you answered all my questions where a lot of people didn't have the info or ability to get that info, and you answered my questions. So I definitely want to talk to you on the T-Mobile thing for sure. So it's a conspiracy. Yeah, I think there's a lot of conspiracies. They're after the bunnies. Okay guys, my signal's saying I'm almost out of range, so love you guys. I will talk to you soon.
The